Well, good afternoon, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. It's kind of crazy because, it's hard because they always tell me, don't quit your day job because there's no future here for you on YouTube. But now that the season is here, there is so much news on the Dallas Cowboys and around the NFL. It's hard to keep up. Yesterday I was actually in the country there working on some rental properties and stuff like that. And it's just I can't get the content and the news out there quick enough. In fact, I get a lot of people that send me links to stuff, this, that, and the other. And it's a matter of you kind of have to pick and choose some of the stuff that you put up. And maybe what I need to do is, instead of it being an instant update on something, is to just kind of do, a multiple, just kind of broad strokes of things that are going on with the Dallas Cowboys. Because let's face it, they're the Dallas Cowboys. Stuff is always going on. Bad news, and we don't know to the extent, but Leon Lett, defensive line coach, was actually carted off about an hour ago from practice with an apparent right leg injury. We don't know exactly what happened. We don't know the extent of it. All we know is they brought out the big cart for the big fellow, and hopefully it's nothing major. We don't know if he was in there trying to, do the turtle move. So you got to be in shape. You got to be in shape if you're trying to do the turtle move. And I'm betting Leon Lett was on the field trying to show him my turtle move. So, like I said, you got to be in shape, Leon, if you're going to do that. But all jokes aside, we're assuming that somebody ran into him, tripped up and on. And when you get to be our age, little stuff will jack you up. So there's that. Interesting thing. One Micah Parsons rated out at a 71.9%. which is, for linebackers, he rated out pretty good as the second highest rated rookie linebacker that played with a minimum of 10 snaps. That bodes well for our Dallas Cowboys because he actually played a lot of snaps. I believe he played 51 snaps as opposed to Jalen Smith, who had 16, and Van Der Esch, who had 15. You can already see that this is now Micah Parsons' defense. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. None. He is the guy. Zack Martin, who was returned to practice, actually was talking a little bit about his symptoms, that he was heavily congested, couldn't taste anything. Friday night, couldn't taste anything. In fact, missed 3 calls from the Dallas Cowboys, and he knew he was in trouble. He knew that something's not right. Now, let's hope that there's no lingering issues from it. He was fully vaccinated, and as they say, if you do happen to get COVID, being vaccinated, your symptoms are a lot less than what they could possibly be if you didn't, and thus a quicker recovery. And unfortunately, we saw, for example, Cam Newton, after he had COVID last year, pre-COVID, he was balling. After COVID, he kind of slowed down. And I still will take to my grave that part of the problem with Zeke Elliott last year was the fact that he had full-blown COVID in the middle of July and was unable to work out, and that's part of the reason why he wasn't in shape. But that's just me. That is literally just me. Now, we have one of the wide receivers from the Chargers basically running his big mouth. And I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing. I don't remember asking you anything. He basically said, it looks like Tampa Bay's having a lot of fun out there against that defense. So, Anthony Brown, he talking to you, bro. He talking to you. For those out there that say, start Kevin Joseph, okay? Boss man fat. Well, he's not ready. Then they'll say, Nahshon Wright. Well, Nahshon Wright's not even practicing today. We talking about practice. Not a game now. We talking about practice. So that's not good. It's going to be Anthony Brown, and that's it because the cupboard is bare. And don't expect the Cowboys to make a trade for somebody and just stick them in there right now. What you actually have is, with this defense, it's young, and it's going to get better as the season goes on. And the worst thing you can do is now just throw somebody else in there who doesn't know the scheme and the system, because it's predicated on knowing what the hell to do. Okay? You feel me? And they recognize that guys are going to need help. And that's where you'll probably see the coverage being rolling towards Anthony Brown's side, or him getting more double teams or help over top from the safety. They're not going to put him on an island. Interesting thing here, though. Jerry Jones. Yeah, he said, hey, Terrence Steele, he looks like he's going to be the guy to start up there. And we haven't given up hope yet for Randy Gregory. Randy Gregory, he is actually appealing that suspension. Well, okay. When was the last time the Cowboys got a break? I'll wait. Last time we got a break was with Greg Hardy, who had 10-game suspension that they dropped to 6. But I'm not sure that was actually a blessing, because he ended up basically going after the coaches. Yeah, he literally went after a coach. It was just a bad situation. So that's it. Final note. Here's what's interesting. As I listened to Rashid, and see, this is poor Rashid. I honestly feel bad for Rashid, because he believes in his New York Giants. He is a true fan. Rain, sleet, or snow, he will be there. And I can guarantee you this about Rashid. Rashid will be here for every agonizing game of the New York Giants. I bet you he will be, because he is a true fan. He believes in him, even if it's not warranted. It's funny because I keep seeing all these articles, about Daniel Jones and the New York Giants, unimaginative, ugly, worst offense in football. But Barkley is now questionable for the game. The thing about rushing guys out there too soon, it doesn't help them. What you got out of Barkley this past week, just to say he was on the field, there was not a single play that I saw that you could say, oh, that was a good play. He wasn't ready. They rushed him out here, and now it'll probably prolong that recovery. And at some point, we may have to start pulling out that bust label on him. Were you clapping about that?
No.
Oh, I was talking about bust with Barkley, and then it was like you were clapping. I was like, dang, I'm not clapping about it. It's actually kind of sad. But somebody who is not a bust, contrary to what some Cowboy fans will say, is how you going to stop Dak Prescott? Little old Dak. How you going to stop him? As Aaron Rodgers is basically saying, well, I didn't have enough practice, and of course, D's nuts. He got hit in the groin.
Don't forget he said no
and
preseason.
Yeah, I didn't have work in preseason. So he's blaming the coaches for not playing him in preseason, even though his ass didn't show up for OTAs. Okay, I got you, Aaron. And then turns around and says, oh, that first interception was because I got hit in the nuts. Why were we wearing a cup? Anyway, my quarterback anyway. Here's what's amazing. Aaron frickin' Rodgers, the bad man, I believe he had 133 yards. Garbage time Dak Prescott, as Rashid would say. He would take Teddy Bridgewater over Dak Prescott. Here's what's interesting. Tampa Bay, I got to think, at least early results, that Tampa Bay is a top 3 defense. I got to say that. They are beasts. That front line, I mean, they at least top 5. Oh, let's say at least top 5. But I say top 3. Dak, when blitzed against Tampa Bay, the Buccaneers, 22 times they blitzed him in pass situations, right? Of those 22 passes, Dak completed 13 of them. I know what you're going to say, only 13? That's only like 60% completions against the blitz. Oh, but wait a second. Wait, there's more. Of those 13 passes where he's getting blitzed, he threw for 188 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. And that 1 interception, mind you, that 1 interception was actually a tip pass to CeeDee Lamb. So I'm not sure I put that one on Dak. But be that as it may, it would have been 14 completions and probably about 210 yards. About 210. But be that as it may, here's the really amazing thing, because Aaron Rodgers says he didn't practice. Dak Prescott didn't play in preseason either, and he was out for 3 weeks, a month? Dak's time to throw was just 2.39 seconds. The second fastest this past week. That's all I got to say about that. Cowboys truly have the best quarterback in the NFC East. And with that being said, you're up to date with all that is the Dallas Cowboys. I'm Mark Holmes, and I'm sure something else will break here in the next few minutes, and I'll have to do another video. But you know, you get the news here, and I'll see you soon.